let's try this again. This is my sketchbook from 2019 to 2022. These are just some Redbubble stickers and some I found in some shops. This is a Prismacolor pencil drawing of a model I found on Pinterest, and this is the reverse image in Tombow brush marker. This is an acrylic painting with a wall emulsion as a background, also from a model from Pinterest. And this is the same Tombow brush marker but with shiny acrylic paint in the background. This is a watercolour sketch, and I'm not certain if that's my picture or not, or if I found it on something. This is my picture. This is the sunset over the West Wales beach. Just some textures in acrylic. Oh, that's watercolour and that's acrylic. I don't know if I made her up or if this is from a photo, but it's a watercolour pencil sketch, and then I put I think that's felted pen as the liner. This is an ink drawing with Arteza ink brush pens of lightsaber handles. That is just pattern felted pen. Watercolour painting picture I took, and these are acrylic paint, and they're just sort of sketches I did of people from Pinterest. Also from Pinterest, but I love this one. It's acrylic paint. Just, I like all the colours. Another pattern drawing of felted pen, and another one with felted pen patterns. This is Prismacolor pencil. This is after I had a new skin colour set from Christmas, and that's just wrapping paper for my 21st birthday. These are acrylic paint landscape drawings, and I think they're pictures that I took. Probably, maybe not that one. That one I think might be. That was just to try and relax. That was just pattern to try and relax. Acrylic paints again of just landscapes I found on Pinterest because I like the colours. More landscapes I found on Pinterest, acrylic paint. I was just trying to play with brighter, more vibrant colours. Just another sort of doodle, but I used fine liner this time, colour them in. I used to do that as a kid. And now we're on to March of 2020, the pandemic, when I hit an art block. These are just my shadow, and then just random sketchy page with a Redbubble sticker. This is an acrylic painting of the view from outside my back door. And then this is, I believe, ink, and I got that from a magazine, the reference. Then I went on Line of Action to try and sort of get myself out of art block, doing a few practice sketches. These are watercolour landscapes that yes, they're based on photos that I took myself. I actually did these while trying to watch Peaky Blinders. Didn't get very far. That is a pencil drawing of Kristen Stewart as Bella Swan. And then this was when I tried to do Witchtober in, I think, 2020. Just pumpkin, and I think that was supposed to be for the prompt candle, so it's like a witch light. And that's for Witchtober as well, but it's Alice from Twilight for the prompt crystal ball. Just an owl, Witchtober, an ink, some mice. A witch flying over a landscape that I took a photo of and then painted in acrylic paint. Koshek from Welcome to Night Vale. This is felt tip pens mixed with pencil, just some witchy things. And then I tried to draw a crystal ball, but the crystal ball was actually a gem from a ring. And then I just did a little doodle, and that's where I give up on Witchtober. This is just a canvas paper with coffee splatters, and I drew all of these. They're supposed to be flowers, but they look more like lettuces or cabbages in fine liner pen. And this was just messing around with highlighters because I was deep in art block. Some more highlighters, but pattern this time, quite like that. And then I was just trying to draw some people from Pinterest, try and get myself interested in art again. And I used pencil, and then I just sort of put highlighter in the background. This is just a landscape I found on Pinterest, and I painted it in acrylic paint. It's actually quite textured. Just plain blocking in, painting. I think it's acrylic, but it's quite old. For Christmas, I just drew this little Christmas ornament that I have of a robin with a scarf and a hat. And then this I actually did in college a few years ago, and I just had it lying around, so I just glued it in. This was supposed to be a self-portrait in Tombow brush marker, but I don't really think it looks like me at all. It looks more like one of my cousins. And then this was, I used the ink shining through the page to sort of outline this pencil. It's Prismacolor pencil, so I like the colours, but I never finished it. And then I tried to do a portrait where using the darkest colour that wasn't black. So I used brown, and it looks a bit strange, but I kind of like the way that she's sort of emerging from the darkness. This was more like a sketchy page. I just did an eye, and then I came back to it like months later and tried to fill in all the blank space, and I quite like the way that the overlapping lines look. Just another sketching of an ornament, and then that wasn't an ornament, that was, I think it was a toy rhino. Some more patterns. I just had some leftover paints from paint by number sets, and so I just wanted to make some gradients using the colours that I had. I didn't mix any. Then I was going to do another one of those swirly drawings. We fill in each section, but I wanted to do it with textures, but then I ran out of texture ideas, and it looks kind of like a face with an eye and an eyelid, and then like another eye down here, but it's permanently unfinished. These are watercolour sketches. I just did them straight in watercolour to see if I still had that ability, because by this point it was, I think, 2021. Another paint sketch, but I did actually sketch this one out first, and it's acrylic paint. I didn't finish her vest. And then I was trying out my new Oho markers to do some eyes. They mostly ones I found in magazines I wanted to try and recreate, and then I got bored, so I just tested out some of my ballpoint pens, lots of different colours with this texture. Phases of the Moon, I quite like that one, it was quite hippie-ish. Some more textures in acrylic, you can feel all of the lines, it's all overlapping. Girl I found on Pinterest, I wanted to do single colour painting, so I only used one shade of green, which was a dark green, and then a white paint as well, and then I just mixed everything from there, so the green at its darkest was that. Some more sketches in pen. I did that one first, and then I came back to it a while later and I did that one, and like another few days and I did that one, and then a few days later and I did that one, and they're all in pens, mostly just alcohol markers, like felt tips and Sharpies, but that one's Ohu. And then I was doing some, well, collage, I guess, making patterns out of just bits of paper I cut up, and these are just my practice ones, and I decided to just fill in the space with fine liner in sort of triangle shapes. And these are my collage pages, just craft paper that I cut into sections. Quite relaxing and that. Quite like this one. And then another pattern, I got bored, didn't finish it, and then decided to just do the rest in black pen when this page bled through. This is a mind map that I didn't put any words on, I just wanted to do the shape of a mind map. It's fine liners and also Ohu marker at the back. And then this was my first test page with a dip pen, a glass one. And I just sort of doodled with these shapes, I like it. And then I did another test page with the dip pen, but this time with the ink came in. And then a mushroom page. I wanted to sort of look at mushroom shapes, and then I decided that what's more perfect than a girl in a mushroom hat. I saw this sort of design on Instagram and I wanted to try it out. It's just a brush marker for the black outlines, and then I believe I just coloured it in with the mixture of fine liners and whatever filter pens I had. Here I was just trying to test out some hands. And then, these are all my nail varnishes. Single line drawings with Posca pens, and then on a textured background I just glued in a bunch of stuff. Kids drawing. And then this is with Cindy from YouTube. I just wanted to practice drawing somebody who's actually moving, so I just drew this while I was watching one of the videos. These are just spirals that I drew overlapping each other and then coloured in all of the sections. This was the first one I did, but I didn't really like the way that I did like these sort of sections. They just didn't seem like they were whole sections, so then I did this, which is basically me almost perfectly traced, but I sort of did it in pencil first, so it's not exact. The same shapes and tried to colour them separately, and then I did it again but without tracing, so I did the spirals bigger and different shapes in this one with the different sort of pens. These I used my Arteza brush markers, the ink, and then these ones were also brush pens, but they were just felt tip, and I believe the ink pens were water based, but these ones were not. And then that's it, end of sketchbook. Just got some random bits and bobs in there. So yeah, all done. Finally, 2.5 years later.